Okay, so let's look. If you look at the first example, so the unit rates are coming very handy. Se usa muy bien, so that we can use what do you call solve problems because it makes life much easier. So let's look at the first example here. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit lost here. Okay, here we go. 5 bags of potatoes, 35 pounds. How much does 7 bags of potato weigh? So look what they did. 36 pounds over 5 bags, right? So we write this, la información, as a ratio, as a fraction, sorry. And here, let's change it to unit rate. So we're going to do divide by 5. And aquí arriba, divide by 5. So 36 divided by 5 is 7.2. So cada bolsa de potatoes pesa 7.2 libras. So how much, cuánto pesa 7 bolsas? So how much would 7 bags weigh? Well, that's easy. So how do we get from 1 bag to 7 bags? We multiply by 7. And on top, we multiply by 7. So 7.2 times 7 is 50.4 pounds. So 7 bolsas de batatas, de potatoes, pesa will weigh 50.4 pounds. Okay, it's much easier haciendo esto do que 5 multiplicado por cuánto es 7. 5 times what is 7? I don't know. It's much more convenient, mucho más fácil when I do this. 1 multiplicado por cuánto es 7? Well, that's easy, times 7. So when we use a unit rate, mira, it's so much easier to find that factor, right? 1 multiplicado por cuánto me sale 7. In vez de 5, instead of 5 multiplied by what? 7? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So it's much easier usar el unit rate. Ir de aquí a aquí. Okay, mucho más fácil usar el unit rate. All right, so let's see what we have. On a map, 4 inches represent 54 miles. 4 inches es 54 millas en un mapa. All right, so the distance from Uniontown to Cambridge is 3 inches on the map. What is the actual distance from Uniontown to Cambridge? Okay, so en un mapa la distancia de 4 pulgadas es 54 millas en vida real. ¿Cuánto es 3 pulgadas, 3 inches en vida real? So, well, let's use the unit rate. Divide by 4, obviamente. Divide by 4, obviously. So 54 divided by 4 me sale 13.5. 13.5 miles, and please write the word miles. So cada inch, cada pulgada vale 13.5 millas en un mapa. So now, we can ask ourselves, how 1 multiplicado por cuánto es 3? Well, that's easy, times 3. So over here on top, también va a ser times 3. So 13.5 times 3 is 40.5 millas. Okay. There are 76 calories in 4 ounces of grape juice. How many calories hay 5 ounces? So, aquí hay 4 ounces. So, imaginen que hay 4 ounces aquí. Y que tiene 75 calories. So, if I give you una cajita un poquito más grande. Right? Que tiene 5 ounces. Aquí tiene 5 ounces, un poquito más grande. ¿Cuántas calorías? How many calories? Right? Un poquito más grande la caja. Okay. So, original rate, we're going to write 76C. We can use C for calories. And 4 ounces. 4 ounces. Right? So, every ounce, cada ounce, ¿cuántas calorías tiene cada? So, imagine 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4 ounce, right? So, divide by 4. And aquí arriba, I'm going to divide by 4. So 76 divided by 4 is 19. So there's 19 calorías, 19 calories en cada, aquí, cada cuarto de juguito, ¿no? 4 ounces, cada ounce de juguito tienes 19 calorías. That's a lot. So now I can use this. Me están preguntando si una cajita has 5 ounces, ¿cuántas calorías va a tener? So if a little box has 5 ounces, how many calories will it have? Well, how does a 1 become 5 times 5? So aquí arriba, times 5. So 19 times 5 is 95. So we get 95 calories. And that's our answer. So again, much easier because I have the unit rate. Mucho más fácil usando unit rate. 8 bowling balls weigh 16 pounds. How many does 15 bowling balls? 8 pelotas de boliche pesan 60. ¿Cuánto pesa 15 pelotas de boliche? Right? So we have to find the unit rate. So let's do that. So let's write the original rate as a fraction, right? So the original rate is 60 pounds is 8 bowling balls. I'm going to write 8 balls. 8 pelotas pesan 60 pounds. Now let's find out cuánto pesa uno. So one ball, una pelota. ¿Cuánto pesa? Well, divide by 8. Divide by 8. And what's 60 divided by 8? I have no idea. It's 7.5 pounds. So cada pelota pesa 7.5 pounds, libras. Right? So I have my unit rate. Now they're asking me cuánto pesa 15 bolas. Well, let me put 15 balls here. ¿Cuánto pesarían 15? Well, 1 se transforma en 15. How? Multiply by 15. Y aquí arriba, multiply by 15. 7.5 times 15 me sale 112.5 pounds. So 15 pelotas pesan 112.5 pounds, libras. So as you can see, it's not that difficult. No está tan difícil. Hay que hacerlo. So number 5. On a map, en un mapa, 5 inches representa 108 millas, 108 miles. Distance from Marion, Missouri to Mattoon, Illinois is 14 inches. What's the actual distance? So, en el mapa, 14 pulgadas es cuántas millas en vida real. So, let's write the original rate. The original rate is 108 miles is 5 inches. So, let's change that to a unit rate. So 1 inch vale cuánto? ¿Cuánto vale 1 inch? Divide by 5. Divide by 5. 108 divided by 5 is 21.6 millas. So 21.6 miles. Cada pulgada en el mapa vale 21.6 miles. So now they're asking, nos están preguntando cuánto es 14 pulgadas. See, on a map, medimos 14 inches. ¿Cuánto es eso en vida real? Well, times 14. Times 14. And that gives me 302.4 miles. Okay. 6. 3 bags of candy cuesta $8.25. ¿Cuánto me costaría 7 bags of candy? How much will 7 bags of candy cost me? So, the original says $8.25. Compro 3 bags, 3 bolsas de candy. ¿Cuánto me cuesta cada bolsa? How much does 1 bag cost? ¿Cuánto cuesta 1 bag? Well, let's find out. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So $8.25 divided by 3 is $2.75. Entonces cada bolsa me cuesta 2.75. 2.75. Good. Now that I know my unit rate, mira cómo es fácil. 7 bags, ¿cuánto cuesta? times 7 times 7. $19.25. So 2.75 times 7 is 19.7. 19.25 below. Okay. Oh, you have the answers at the bottom. So here, how many calories? So we have a table, and it says how many calories in 1 ounce of apple juice. So let's go to apple juice. Apple juice is this one. Right, so 5 ounces of apple juice is 62 calories. 5 ounces of grape juice is 74 calories. 5 ounces of orange juice is 58 calories. So 1 ounce of apple juice, how many calories? Well, I know that 62 calories en jugo de manzana in 5 ounces, in 5 ounces de jugo. So 1 ounce tiene cuántas calorías? Well, that's easy. So let's divide this by 5 and divide this by 5. So 62 divided by 5 me sale 12.4 calories en cada ounce de jugo de manzana. Okay, now what are they asking us? How many calories in 3 ounces of apple juice? Well, we can take this, right, and over here I'm going to write, okay, let me change colors. Right, so I can use that now with 3 ounces. What happens when I drink 3 ounces? How many calories? Times 3. Times 3. So 12.4 times 3 equals 37.2 calories. Okay. So that's for number 7 and 8. Number 9 says, let me just move this a little bit up. Number 9 is talking about the orange juice. So number 9, orange juice. So orange juice, let's find orange juice. So orange juice is 58 calories. Right, orange juice, 58 calories. In how many? In 5 ounces. Remember, we want this, right? 9 ounces. Tienes how much calories? That's what we need to know. So we gotta go from here and then to here. So let's find the unit rate. 1 ounce el jugo de naranja. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. And 58 divided by 5 is 11.6 ounces. Calories. Sorry. So now what do we do? From here to here, times 9. Times 9. And we get 104.4 calories in 9 ounces of orange juice. Grape juice. Okay, so again, we have to do the whole thing again. Grape juice, right? So we have grape juice as this one. There's 74 calories in 5 ounces. We start with the same. So they're asking us 8 ounces. Like is our question. Here's our question. 8 ounces. ¿Cuántas calorías en 8 ounces? So we gotta do this, and then we gotta do this. So let's find the unit rate, 1 ounce. So we're gonna divide this by 5. Divide that by 5. 74 divided by 5 gives me 14.8 calories. And then to go from here, right, so 1 ounce has 14.8 calories. 8 ounces, 8 ounces, ¿cuántas calorías? Well, times 8. Times 8. 118.4 calories. So that was number 10. So we'll do 11. I'll pause this for a second. So 11 is a little bit different, and we're going to take it step by step. Runner ran 20 miles in 150 minutes. How long would it take her to run 6 miles? So look at the question. Okay, and let me see if I can. I'll make some room here. All right, so there's two parts. There's two ways, two different ways you're gonna be solving this question. So the first question is asking you, okay, how long will it take her to run 6 miles, and then how far can she run in minutes? So could she run 50 minutes? So let's take a look at the first one. So they're asking about how long will it take to run 6 miles? ¿Cuánto le duraría para correr 6 millas? So we're gonna put miles at the bottom. So we're gonna go miles. So what do I know? I know that 20 miles, right here, takes her 150 minutes. I'm going to change this to 1 mile. So if she wants to run 1 mile, correr una milla, how long would that take her? Divide that by 20. Divide that by 20. So we're going to divide 150 divided by 20 is 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutos. For 1 mile. Okay? And then we're going to take that, and then we're going to create this one that says 6 miles. So, si un minuto, 1 mile is 7.5 minutes, how long will it take for her to run 6 miles? Para correr 6 millas sería, ¿cuántos minutos? Times 6. And we get 45 minutes. So that answers this question, right? So how long? It'll take her 45 minutes. And how many minutes in one, so it also answers this question. In 1 mile, right? How many minutes? What's her unit rate for 1 mile? 7.5. So we did the first one and the fourth one. Okay. So I'm going to try to squeeze in the second question. So that's the first one and the first one. Now question 2 and 3, and I'll put it here. 2 and 3, I'll put it over here. Let's do 2 and 3. How fast can she run in 15 minutes? So ¿cuánto puede correr ella en 15 minutos? So the question is in minutes. So I'm going to put minutes at the bottom. I'm going to change that around. There's 150 minutes and 20 miles. You'll see why. So let's change this to unit rate. So 1 minute, how far can she run? En un minuto, ¿cuánto corre ella? La distancia. So divide by 150. Divide by 150. So we get 20 divided by 150, and that's going to give us 0.13 miles. Okay? En un minuto. Now we're going to take that information, right? And they're asking us, in 15 minutos, ¿cuánto corre ella? In 15 minutes, ¿cuál es la distancia? How far can she run? So, times 15. Times 15. 0.13 times 15. So in 15 minutos, she's going to run 1.95 miles. Okay? So that was a little bit different. So 11, you had dos maneras diferentes, 2 different ways that you had to do to complete the problem. Okay. So 12, Gina, or Jean, can swim 105 meters in 70 seconds. How far can she swim in 30 seconds? So this is the more typical question, right? So how far can she swim in 30? So the question is, in 30 segundos, ¿cuánto puede nadar ella, right? So I'm going to, over here, already set it up. So 30 seconds, ¿cuál es la distancia que puede ella ir? And we're going to write meters, right? So we're missing this. And here we're going to, in the middle, we're going to put a unit rate, right? So it's going to be a unit rate. Okay, empezamos. What do we start with? We start with 105 meters en 70 segundos. right? So we want to change that to a unit rate. I'm going to put a 1 here. En un segundo, ¿cuál es la distancia que ella va a nadar? So, let me make this a little prettier. I'm going to divide by 70. We're going to divide that by 70. So 105 divided by 70 me sale 1.5 metros, 1,5 metros por segundo. That's how much she can swim, la distancia que está nadando ella. So now the question says, in 30 segundos, ¿cuántos puede nadar? In 30 seconds, how far, ¿cuál es la distancia? So, times 30, right? Because 1 times 30 is 30. So aquí arriba, times 30. And that's going to give us 45 meters. So in 30 seconds, ¿cuál es la distancia? 45 metros. Then we have 2 more, I think the last set of questions. So, okay, then let's bring this up. Gina, okay, she is paid, gana $90 por 5 horas. ¿Cuánto ganaría ella por 8 horas? So she makes $90 5 hours. How much will she make in 8 hours? So already, miren, I'm going to put 8 hours here. See how much money? Eso es lo que quiero saber yo. I'll put another one here, another one here. What do we know? ¿Qué sabemos? I know that $90, she works 5 hours. So let's divide this and divide this by 5, right? Dividido por 5 me sale 1 hour. So 1 hour, ¿cuánto gana ella? 90 divided by 5 is 18. So aquí está. ¿Cuánto? How much she makes in 1 hour, right? So we went from rate to unit rate. Eso se llama unit rate. Right? Porque la ordinal de abajo es 1. That's unit rate. So look how easy it is now para descubrir cuánto gana en 8 hours. Look how easy it is to find out how much you make in 8 hours. So just simply multiply by what? Times 8. Times 8. 18 times 8? 144. So in 8 horas, how much is she going to make? She's going to make, 18 hours. She's going to make, just to confirm, $144. Okay. Now the bottom one, how many hours? She wants to make $60. So at this rate, how long will it take to work to make 60 hours? So she wants to get $60. How many hours does she have to work? So again, the question is different here, right? So the question is to make $60. So up here, I'm going to put $60. How many hours? Okay, so it's a little bit different. So instead of, now I know I said always put the money on top, siempre ponemos el dinero arriba. This one is one of those cases where, en uno de los casos que no. So 5 hours, she put $90. All right, so let's imagine. So what does this say? So if para ganar $1, to make $1, how many hours does she have to work? To make $1, how many hours does she have to work? So let's divide by 90. And this divided by 90. So 5 divided by 90 equals 0.05. So it's 0.0, and I'm going to round it porque la respuesta en el calculador es 0.555555. Right? So we're going to cut it over here. Right? Garbage. And this is going to change to 0.6 porque 5 tiene poder de, that 5 has power to move it up. So 0.6 of an hour. Right? So to make $1, para ganar $1, ella tiene que trabajar 0.06 de una hora. Poquitito. Right? So if she wants, now I can use this. Ahora puedo usar the unit rate. Me pregunto, si ella quiere ganar $60, si she wants to make $60, how many hours does she have to work? Right, so now I'm going to multiply this by 60. Y aquí también por 60. So 0.06 times 60 equals 3.6. So how many hours does she have to work to make $60? Tiene que trabajar 3.6 horas. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your homework.